Dialogue A number 1. Describe the speaker's relationship. What forms of address do they use? The answer is the relationship between them is lecturer and student. They use formal forms of address because they mention each other by title and last name and full first name. Number 2. Where does the conversation takes place? What is the topic of the conversation? The answer is they are talking in the chairman's residence or house. They are talking about inviting the chairman to a dinner party. Number 3. How does Gretchen introduce her invitation? Why is she being so flexible about the time of the invitation? The answer is Gretchen explains that she and her friend want to make a dinner party to celebrate the finish of the dissertation, and she's being flexible to the time because she wants Mr. Hampton and Mrs. Hampton to come. Number 4. What kind of gathering is it going to be? Is anyone besides Dr. Hampton and Mrs. Hampton going to be invited? The answer is it is going to be a dinner party. And yes, there are other people that is invited. Number 5. What is the function of lines 24 until 26? The answer is to suggest the new address form for them to call each other. Number 6. What do you think the guests will be wearing at the dinner party? The answer is it is most likely that the guests are going there with a casual suit on. Number 7. How formal is this dialogue? The answer is the dialogue is so formal. It uses a formal forms of address and formal forms of invitation. Dialogue B number 1. Who calls whom on the telephone? Why? The answer is Dom called Tom because Dom is inviting Tom to go bowling. Number 2. What kind of invitation is there? The answer is they uses the less formal invitation. Number 3. How does Tom react to the invitation? What is his reply? The answer is Tom refuses the invitation. He states that by saying, "It sounds fun, but I've really got a lot of homework to do just now." Number 4. How does Tom feel at the end of the conversation? The answer is Dom feels disappointed, but he said okay. Number 5. What is the level of formality in this conversation? The answer is the level of formality in this conversation is less formal. Dialogue C number 1. Why does Kathy call David? The answer is because Kathy wants to invite David and Shirley for dinner. Number 2. What forms of address do the participants use? The answer is they use the formal forms of address because they use full first name. Number 3. Notice that Kathy does not identify herself. What could explain this? The answer is because they are friends and they recognize each other's voice, or maybe they are on a phone call and they could see who calls them. Number 4. What can you say about David's attitude towards Katie in lines 6 to 8? How eager is he to accept the invitation from Katie? The answer is he is so eager to accept the invitation from Katie, but he remembers that Shirley mentioned something about Friday. Number 5. What is the result of the invitation? The answer is the decision is not certain because David needs confirmation to Shirley first.